Wow, look at this. Check it out. That's a nice apartment complex, huh?
That's an apartment complex?
Yeah, sure
Looks
is.
like the Home Alone house.
You guys like it?
It looks like one of those southern homes in like Virginia or like.
No, what?
That doesn't look like an apartment complex.
Oh, you know what? It's not just a complex.
It looks like a house.
It's one apartment building, part of many complexes.
Because I see the other one identical,
Yeah,
right?
there you go. See, you like it?
Is that the projects?
I don't trust Ryan, dude. He's #1 PR nightmare.
Like is it like it's a Nazi camp or something? He's like, it's a Nazi building.
They're doing genocides in there.
Yeah.
It's like that's where all the Uyghurs are at. No, it's not that. Okay, it's a sweet, brand new $13 million apartment complex in Maine. You love Maine.
I like.
Who's
I like
Maine over there?
I really like Portland.
I heard Maine's pretty
That's
cool.
over here.
I've heard it's really nice.
Yeah.
I do want to go to Maine too.
I heard it's really leafy and green everywhere.
want
It's
lobster out there.
beautiful and it's delicious.
The
Delicious.
state.
Yes.
So check it out. There's 180 apartments there. Anybody can rent it. You can get a 1-bedroom for $1,800. Pretty sick.
Good deal.
That's a really good price.
Or how about a 2-bedroom for $2,300 a month?
That's a really good price.
Yeah, cool.
But no hip hop allowed.
What?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the catch, dude.
What catch, dude? It's a brand new building.
No hip hop allows a big catch nowadays.
You're trying to
Dancing
fuck
is
us
a
up.
thing in some cities.
Oh, what's this? We got a new update. Ding, 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 check it out. Now it's gonna be filled with migrants claiming asylum that can live there for free.
They're not listening to hip hop. They're probably listening to cumbia.
And
Reggaeton.
They can live there for free for 2 years, but if they're able to get a job that pays half the average range for the state, which is $30K a year, then they only need to pay about $500 a month.
I want to be a migrant.
What a steal.
That shit's so fucked up.
I mean,
Everybody's pissed.
Wait.
They're literally taking our tax dollars to those motherfuckers that can't even make ends meet. They can't even get their own place, but you still pay taxes. And then they take that money that you need to live your life, they give it to these other motherfuckers that aren't even citizens in this motherfucker. And they get to live an $1,800/$2,300 apartment.
I don't like their Ponzi scheming my money over that way.
Yeah, that's just fucked up, man.
They're using my. That's a Ponzi scheme.
Number one.
Number one.
What are you talking about? I'm just using.
Setup, dude.
And
The
Bart
setup.
defends his title.
I'm just using common sense. I'm using common sense, dude. No one likes that shit. You don't even like that shit, even at home.
No, yeah.
Imagine like you're like, oh, you know what? You're the hungriest, aren't you? Here, take half of the dinner, give it to your sister who doesn't even like to eat.
Who doesn't like to eat?
Fuck, I'm hungry, Mom. You don't even like that shit at
I
home.
think they like to eat.
I don't think that's a good analogy with the sister who doesn't like to eat. It's more like the animals outside or something like that.
That's true. You call them animals.
Yeah,
Number
they're
one, ding, ding, ding.
Number two.
Number two. It's more like they're monsters outside. It's more like they're the monsters under the bed.
I didn't call the Syrian refugees animals. I guess you are gonna call them the Chinese military-aged men.
Keep naming stuff.
Bro, you can't give him one. You can't give him anything.
Stays on you.
You can't give him a
I
thing.
guess
Anthony
Chinese
Lee.
military-aged men as animals, huh?
I'm number 3, bitches.
Dude, see what the four.
You said a bunch of chinky-eyed chimpanzees.
What? Right now. Literally just snatching it.
That's what you said.
So people in the area obviously are really upset about it. They're protesting it. Because, like I was saying, the prices for like living here really is like $2,300 for a 2-bedroom if you're just a normal person.
Yeah.
But then
So you have to pay full price as a citizen, but then if you're a migrant, you just pay $500 a month.
which is not like
No,
that.
if you make money. 2
Oh,
years
so it's
free,
fucking
right?
free?
They get a job that makes
it's
30K a
free
year.
for the first 2 years.
2 years is a long time.
But then you
what
have
the
to get a
fuck?
job that pays like they have to make half of the average range.
I am gonna go to Mexico and walk across the border illegally so I can fucking get this shit.
Yeah, if you are an intern, like let's say you have an internship for 2 years, you could pretty much live for free. And if you intern out of college, they might give you free food anyways. That's probably the fucking plan.
Dude, what the
intern out of college, get your food fucking covered, your rent's covered, and you can do that for 2 years.
It's sort of similar as like like in downtown. Remember they had Section 8 housing that was in like different floors of the same building. That was the same thing. Your neighbor could be paying nothing, and you'd be paying.
But I mean, even that's kind of justified because they're citizens.
Sure, yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, students could fucking benefit from this shit.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's temporary in poverty when you're a student, right?
Yeah.
And then 2, like, low-income wage earners could benefit from this. Like, there's low-income housing that's always at a shortage. Citizens that already have low-income jobs that make $30K a year could benefit from the 2 years of saving that money so they can fucking increase their own income and living situations. Yeah. There's already citizens that can benefit from this shit, but they're just like, oh, here you go, non-citizen.
I think Joe's number 1. That was some crazy shit he just.
That was a wild.
That's why I never get canceled. I know how to say it right.
What about the animals outside?
That's what you said.
That's for free food.
Wipe
But
it
then
off
how
on
do
you.
you guys think they should go about helping migrants who are claiming asylum that get here? Like,
I'm so confused why we're letting millions come in without a strategy system, and it's more like, oh shit, they're here. Okay, what do we do?
This is their strategy.
yeah.
What I think we should do.
Felt like a last minute thing.
It's a way to like bolster their, I guess, like to give them a head start so that they can catch up with the rest of their community. Yeah.
What I think we should do is instead of the wall, we have fucking revolving doors. So they come inside and go right back the other way.
Bart season 2. Bart season 2.
Pretty good.
Where it goes in from Tijuana and it goes all the way to El Paso.
Yep, back right there. Back to fucking Juarez. Over there.
In and out, huh?
I think we should give them whatever they want.
We also have that video as to why we think it's happening, right? I don't even know why. Like, if someone can tell me, like, fucking, the government comes and
We're
goes,
being compassionate.
Joe, the reason why we need
It's a money game.
so many illegals right now is because, like, all these Gen Z ass bitches don't want to work at McDonald's.
Who's gonna work at the Kellogg's factory?
It's like, who's gonna...
That's what you were saying like a month ago. You were saying there's an issue with worker shortage.
There is a worker shortage during COVID and all that, during the pandemic, when we had steady flow of immigrants. That kind of shut down. So now
I saw this one that was like, oh, this kind of makes sense. It was a breakdown of how the census is actually not about who has papers and who's legal. It's just absolute amount of heads, like per household or whatever.
Which will affect the electoral votes.
Yeah, so it's like a power struggle where if they can flood the area with more heads, then like let's say right now if it's like 50-50 in terms of representatives for Democrats or Republicans, generally first gen people are more Democrats, so they can have more representatives on the Democratic side. And try to like push
fucking
it.
makes sense. Though.
So it could be like a voting thing.
Also, I think it's also there's always that tried and true formula that never fails. That when you have government run programs,
They all suck.
Literally anything.
they're just gonna keep raising like nonprofits or anything. You're gonna need those people that come in order to like keep these services going, and they just keep the pockets.
I don't know
locked.
any government service that goes, you know what, we solved this thing that didn't exist before, but then our agency is now created to fix this thing. Didn't happen 50 years ago, but now we need this agency, right?
But dude, why is it that we can just give so much fucking money? All these different places, Ukraine, like you're just talking about, we're giving money to these migrants coming in. We were just talking about it yesterday. We're giving like $800 a head to some people, like a month in New York State or some shit. Like, how come that is when we can give money away, and then all of a sudden we start talking about, hey, what if we gave everybody like a tax rebate or some shit, or like, you know, you get $1,800 back or some shit, and then all of a sudden all the same people who are for all that stuff that I just talked about go, we can't afford that. We can't afford any of that. We can't afford to give the citizens the money. We can't afford it.
And all of a sudden you hear that they just approved $100 million to build a tiny bridge.
It's the best, man.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck?
They're only budget conscious about when it helps citizens. They don't give a fuck about us any other way.
Right. Is that why they're protesting the gondola? You seen that?
What
downtown?
gondola?
So here in like Chinatown, they want to make like a gondola that goes to the Dodger Stadium, so you don't have to go up the hill. You can just park down the hill, and then a gondola takes you up.
That's tight, dude. Fuck protesting that.
Wait a sec.
Put our money there. I'll pay more.
Big protest for that. Even during the marathon, there was tons of like signs and stuff about
People are against gondolas?
Stop the gondola. Yeah.
But what if the gondola's to help the illegal immigrants like go where they want to go? Then they'll
Save the
it.
gondola!
Like it's clocked out.
I'll never vote against the gondola.
I'll never vote against.
Anything that's cool, it's like that's not in this conversation right now. Let's focus on the real tragedies.
Dude, give me a fucking bullet train, by the way.
Yep.
Give me the bullet train to Vegas.
Everywhere.
Ooh, yeah.
It's supposed to be done in like 5 years.
Go to all of them.
Yeah, but you know how those projects randomly
Yeah.
get scrapped in the middle of fucking somewhere.
Because they're usually government projects. This one's not. This one's a
They
private
still got like
company.
$4 billion in aid or whatever, right? From federal aid.
The reason that they're opposing the gondola is that it could cost $500 million to do it. Yet, LA has been asking for free shuttles around that they still won't get. And the taxpayer dollars are going to go towards just this one thing when they need like bigger infrastructure.
Oh, so it's like stop using the budget for that
I
stupid.
need to know what a gondola. I think I need to know what a gondola is before I keep supporting.
It's like a ski lift.
It can hold like 5 people.
Or it's the Venetian boat.
I thought it was the boat.
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was the boat. Yeah.
To Dodger Stadium.
I was like, what a cool idea.
Okay, well if the other side is free shuttle.
Cool
It'd be
idea.
nice to be on the water.
Like this. That's what they're proposing.
No, you don't like
You know what I don't understand?
Yeah, it's not
is
as
like
cool.
What if there's a boat in
Should
that?
be the boat.
a lot
What
of
if
the,
that's the boat?
Boat shaped.
a lot of stuff I don't understand is like when let's say we build a bathroom in an office. It's like we pay like market rate or like sometimes we even get a hookup.
Yeah.
But when the government does it,
yeah.
it's so expensive that I'm like, who paid $500,000 to install one toilet?
That's what I don't think people understand about when they're supporting government projects. They don't understand that the scam of what they're like charging for all these.
They get a homie hookup or they hook
Yeah.
up a homie with the contract. They get a kickback. There's just so much like spending waste and corruption that everyone goes, oh, the government needs more money. It's like, well, maybe they just need to spend wiser and stop fucking spending crazy.
Do you know Anna Kasparian from like she used to be from the Young Turks?
Yeah.
And she kind of like switched her like ideals a little bit. Now she's like
Well, she got pushed to the right like everybody else.
shoved, yeah.
Yeah, everybody else did.
But she was doing a really cool, like, she's been doing a lot of, like, interviews and stuff lately and talking a lot about the homelessness problem and everything. And then she was, like, pointing out there was, like, a building project that was supposed to be for the homeless, and it ended up being under inspection for, like, 10 years.
Wow.
And then they found out that the person who was, like, the contractor to do that and the inspectors of everything were friends of the politicians and shit.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so it never went under operation. It like had millions of dollars spent on it, and then it was just in stasis. And they were just, I think it was like this might be a different place, but I think it was like $60K a month for the cost of like operating it.
I would have no issue paying taxes, and I wouldn't even bitch about it if I saw where the money was going into nice projects with help that were actually helping people.
Dude, we're spending. Think about it.
I love paying fucking taxes over there. I fucking tip the fucking taxes people over there.
So let's say that randomly one day, let's say you're in Summerlin, right? And then all of a sudden they build, let's say they build an apartment complex in Summerlin.
They won't actually.
But let's say that they for some reason they did it as a gesture of goodwill, and then it was a migrant thing. Would that affect your opinion?
I would be like, so I actually saw their PDF of like plans all the way up until 2050, and everything is fucking logical. Like it'll even talk about how like in certain zones, the streets to make sure that cars have ample enough space, these streets have 2 parallel parking sides. For more pedestrian friendly, that creates lots of gaps. So certain streets only have 1 side for parallel parking or no side for parallel parking to reduce the, I guess like human height level temperature in certain new districts. They're gonna plant more trees because trees battle the heat coming off the asphalt. Like it's very logical. And I'm like, from now until 2050, like if they can follow this and there's no stupid like politicians like coming over from California, you're gonna fucking crush it, dude. Like I've seen the like, I've never even seen any other city come up with plans like this, like how we're gonna get water cleaner. There already isn't really a homeless problem because they live underneath, but they're gonna try to figure out ways to even like mitigate that.
There's no homeless problem because you can't see them.
Yeah, they're hidden.
I mean, the animals are where you want them to be, right, Anthony? So that's fine. And then
where are the raccoons?
And they have plans to like get the water to be more to conserve water because the whole lake meat issue or whatever. It's dope to see like, oh shit, these motherfuckers actually have a plan that's long and how they're trying to accomplish it.
It sounds like there's some real good quality nerds behind it.
Yeah. But if shit gets fucked up, like I'm not married to any city. I'm like, I'm out. Yeah.
I can't believe California doesn't think like that.
No, I don't know what they think.
A lady told me, Uber lady was telling me that Vegas just got the football team. We got a hockey team. We got a WNBA team. She actually said that. I was like, oh wow, you knew that.
Baseball team.
And then she said, now that you guys are getting the baseball team, guess what you're getting next? All the taxes from California, it's all coming next. And I was like, how do you know that? And she's like, I've been around. She's like, I'm 62 years old, I've been around. That's what's coming next.
Because that's what happened here.
I think she just associates like where the sports teams goes with like. Yeah.